folks, it's Switchback. Anytime that you're going camping, hiking, backpacking, it's important that you carry a first aid kit. And if you decide to take your dog with you, then you need some specific items that are just for a dog first aid kit. There's a lot of overlap between the two, but this video is really going to go into what you need specifically for a dog. Again, several items will overlap, such as gauze wrap, gauze or cotton balls for cleaning wounds, Coban or self-adhering bandages, medical tape, which should only be used for securing the Coban. It should never be directly applied to your pet. Same goes for band-aids, scissors, and tweezers. Those should all be in your first aid kit anyway. But let's start talking about what you need specifically for your dog first aid kit. It's a good idea to have a dog first aid guide and a list of toxic foods. Milk of magnesia is something that I don't personally carry in my first aid kit, but you might. It can be used to neutralize poisons, but you should absolutely talk to your veterinarian first to get the right dosage. And before you ever administer it, you need to call animal poison control or your veterinarian. Hydrogen peroxide, which should never be used on animal skin or human skin, but it can be used to induce vomiting for your dog. And again, this is another item that you really should check with the vet or poison control before you give it to your dog. You might already have this in your first aid kit, which is a syringe for cleaning wounds or giving medications. Antibiotic ointment that is specific for dogs is a good idea, and there are several different ones out there. I would highly recommend using one that is safe for your dog to lick off, and I am appalled how many of them are not. If your dog is anything like mine, they will be ripping off any bandages and licking out anything that you put on them. You'll also want to carry a sling that you can carry your dog out with if something happens to them and they're not able to walk back to the trailhead. I've been looking at different ones. My current front runner is the Rough Rescue because you can snap this around them rather than trying to put their legs into holes while they're injured. You should always be carrying any medications that your dog takes on a regular basis. It's also wise to carry a muzzle. You can use a soft muzzle because dogs get scared when they're sick, injured, hurt, unfamiliar. Don't ever put one on a dog that is vomiting. You'll want to have a digital thermometer that is designed to go high enough for dogs. So normal temperature for dogs is 101 to 102 Fahrenheit. This really needs to be taken rectally, so you'll want a different one than you will use for humans. And you'll want to use a little bit of lubricant and some Vaseline for this. Ear thermometers just aren't very accurate, unfortunately. If you do have to take your dog's temperature, you're going to raise up their tail, put in that thermometer just as far as it needs to be, not very far, just for the sensor to go in there. Use your fingers to keep it from going any further. Let go of the tail and wait for it to beep. Once you're done with it, clean it off with some soap and water, alcohol wipe, something like that. Before you go, you can go to myveterinarian.com to search for veterinarians in the zip code that you're going to. And you can also check the emergency box to specifically look for emergency vets. There's also a specific animal poison control, and this is 888-4ANI-HELP. The numbers of that are 888-426-4435, and be aware that there may be a fee if you have to use this number, but it, of course, would be worth it to save your dog. If you're planning on taking your dog camping, hiking, backpacking, there are some things to consider, like training, animals and predators, etc. And so you can click or tap the screen here to see my videos about that. If you got some value, be sure to subscribe and like. And if you want to support the channel, I have a Patreon. I'll have that link down below. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.